What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back into the video on the channel, and today we went back to the dad. Just got wind that the dad dropped the new pizza, so we had to drop everything we were doing and see what is going on with it. This pizza is called the crazy stuffed calzone, give me a second. The name of this pizza is way too long. It is a cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust pizza. So I got one of those, and there's also a Kelsey special, which I saw. I know they had a deal with Papa John's, so I guess they have a pizza deal. It's like $11.99. So I got one of those, and I got one of the sides that I never tried that people were talking about. So I think it's the last thing in the menu. But anyway, I'm not going to hold y'all. Let's get into this video. Also, over here, we have these Tuscan cheese sticks. I've never tried these before. We're going to try that towards the end of the video, but I have so much pizza on this table that nothing's going to fit. So I'm just going to put those down here for now, and then we're going to get into the first one on the left, which is the epic stuffed crust. No, I'm not editing that. What is it? Cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust pizza. Cheesy calzone epic stuffed crust pizza. There you go. They got to work on that name. It's a little too long. I'm going to mess that up 76 times. I probably already have and don't even think about it. I did get mine well done, but other than that, there's nothing special about this pizza. They have a pepperoni, a sausage version, or you can create your own or just get cheese. I picked the pepperoni version. I did get well done. So this is what came out. Supposedly the inside is stuffed with ricotta cheese and mozz. So it should be different. So I'm going to do what I like to do. I just can't say anything without sounding bad. I'm going to do what I normally like to do with these kind of pizzas and eat it from the crust first. Not saying it because I know what y'all going to say. That's not bad at all. Let's get a bite from the front. Okay. Okay. Yeah. With this pizza, if you like their stuffed crust, I think you might like this one even more. Adding that ricotta cheese, I do taste it. And I like ricotta cheese, so I'm a fan of that. But it also made this part of the stuffed crust a lot creamier, which it still has the bite that a stuffed crust does, but usually with, look at that flop though, my goodness. It comes across as a better version of the stuffed crust pizza, and I like the flavor on this. There's a little bit of a garlicky seasoning blend, I would think, that is in here. And again, I know some people don't necessarily like Papa John's, but if you're a fan of it, which I know mine don't come out like most people's. I've seen some of y'all work. I'm not. Locations do matter, and I understand that. But my particular Papa John's, I've always said, I really enjoy this. This pizza was $14, which is $1 more than the shakaroni. Is this better than shakaroni? No. No, shakaroni's still a goat. But I like the idea with this. And it's surprisingly, I thought this was going to be just really, really just average. On a Papa John's scale. But for me, this is definitely in the rotation. I would give it an 8 out of 10. I was expecting it to be in the 5 or 6 category because their stuffed crust pizza is very hit or miss for me. But this is a better version, in my opinion. Now, this pizza on the right is called a Kelsey special, but I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work. When I saw the advertisement, it says $11.99 for a large pizza, and it has pepperoni and banana peppers on it. But when I went into the app to create the pizza, it gave me options and didn't give me that one as a default. So you have the option of any kind of pizza that they have. I chose thin crust because I never had Papa John's thin crust. I just never order it. And I chose my own toppings. So it cost me $11.99, which is a good deal, but I'm still not quite sure how it works within the app. If somebody knows, please let me know, because I tried to do a little bit of research, but it didn't work out so much. So I did something a little different and never tried this before, but I wanted to try this at Papa John's. It is a thin crust, large pizza, extra well done, with banana peppers and Philly cheesesteak. So they're underneath the cheese on this. Papa John's puts theirs underneath. Some do on top, but that's a thing with them. I like a thin crust like this. As you can see, zero flop, even with the toppings. The bake on this is perfect for me. I love my pizza, for lack of better words, damn near burnt. One thing I would have did a little different, I would have added extra Alfredo sauce. It doesn't seem to be enough down here. I taste it, but I like the consistency be a little bit more. But their thin crust to me is better than the other places. Didn't see that coming. I'm going in for this spicy garlic dipping sauce. That's my preference on these. Yeah. Thin crust just doesn't make me feel like I'm eating a pizza when it comes to these places because it almost comes across as a cracker. But I wanted to try it. And I do like it. You can hear how crunchy that is, I'm sure. It just doesn't give me the same pizza vibe. But it's a nice switch up. If you want to eat a little bit lighter, I can see why people do this. It just isn't my preference. If I go to a chain pizza, I'm more apt to get the pan than anything. Thin crust for me, I'm going to go to a pizzeria. You know, I say a real pizzeria. No disrespect to the people who only have access to this, but I like the idea of this. I think it's cool that they have a special that you can kind of create a pizza and pay $12 for. Usually if you get a pizza like this at chain pizza places, it is more expensive. It usually runs you more towards $16 to $20 depending on where or what size you get. So a large pizza for $12 and you more or less can create your own toppings with no extra charge. From what I saw, it came out to $11.99, even with all the stuff I did on it. I commend them for that. It's cool. I like, I'm not an Eagles fan, but I do think that Jason and his wife are really cool. I've watched some of their podcast stuff. So W from them, man. I would give this a 7.5 out of 10 on the chain pizza scale. You could definitely bring this up a couple notches, but I don't necessarily have an issue with it. And last, I saw in the comment section, a lot of people were recommending this, and I've never had this at Papa John's because it's not on the Papa Pairings menu, which is where I predominantly order stuff from. So this comes out to $10 for this side. But these are the Tuscan cheese sticks. Now, it says a Tuscan 6-cheese blend with garlic Parmesan seasoning on what would normally be their cheese sticks. So I'm just going to do this. I don't really care right now. Here we go. There is a ton of cheese on here, by the way. I don't know if this does it justice, but you can see there's a large amount of cheese on these cheese sticks. First bite with no sauce. I don't have a problem with it. A lot of people don't like Papa John's sauce. I do. It's a little sweeter than most, but I enjoy a sweeter sauce. At times. This is pretty good. I can get down with this. Me being me, I would have asked for a well-done bake, but I wanted to get it done as is. So, no issue there. I have nowhere to put this. I'm just going to throw this off to the side. But for $10, personally, I would still rather get a pizza over this. I'd rather pay an extra $3 or so to get this, or even get the Kelsey one. But if you're doing something where you're entertaining people and you want to have the availability of cheese sticks to kind of grab as you go, really not a bad look. The cheese on this is definitely different than just what comes in the regular pizza because of that garlic seasoning. And if you were to get their 3-cheese or 6-cheese blend, which is an option, but it doesn't come stock on their pizzas, I don't have a problem with it. Pizza chain scale, same thing. Give it a solid 7. I like it. I can definitely see why a lot of people like it. You can count me among the people that like it. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I do got to get my money's worth on this floppy thing right here. Look at the flop on this, though. This is insane. But I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the dad. I can't lie. Also, the person at mine knows how to make the pizza better than the ones I've seen. I've said this a bunch of times, and I completely agree. If you tell me that you don't like Papa John's, I don't think that you're crazy, and I don't think that your opinion's invalid. First of all, I don't think anyone's opinion is invalid, but you understand what I'm saying. Some people will say, oh, you're crazy if you like it or don't. Locations really matter with these kinds of places. I like this part. Even if they just sold the crust, I'd probably eat it. I'll just rip that like that. Go in for some of this. Locations heavily matter when it comes to these places. I have not been to a lot of chain pizzas until I became the food person that, I I don't like calling myself a food reviewer because it's not what I consider myself, but I do understand that I do review for a large amount of my content. I never started eating stuff like this until the channel came to be. And I was the person that said, I live in New Jersey, I'm not eating chain pizza. It sounds ridiculous. It wasn't until I went to college in Iowa that I started eating at chain pizzas because I didn't have a choice. There's no pizzerias out there, mom and pop, in my college town. Okay, there was one, but yeah, Domino's was better than that. It was like school lunch pizza, respectfully. It just wasn't really good. So I started to like them a little more, but the one I went to all the time in college was Domino's. The Domino's out there, compared to the one in New Jersey that I'm at, light years ahead. And I loved it. They had a pizza that was called a double melt, which was like a thin crust with like this cheesy ranch kind of topping, and then another thin crust, and then the pizza with the toppings on top of that. And I would eat them all the time. Again, because I'm old, the pizzas were like $8. So, music to my ears. And we would get them. Whoa. Hey. Come on, man. You embarrass me. All the time. So, I come home, and I think my Domino's I have the worst experiences at. So, I get where you're coming from. From state to state, location, complete difference. Because the Papa John's in my college town was horrendous. Undercooked pizzas, inaccurate orders, you name it. So, I never really went there. It wasn't until the Shaq-a-roni became a thing that I ever went back. So, I respect that. I also do want to say this. I said it a little bit earlier, but I don't think anyone's opinion is invalid. Like, I respect everybody's opinion. And if you tell me that you don't like certain things because I do, like, I completely get it. You know, in the Costco videos that I've done, there's a lot of people that really, really like that stuff. I don't think you're crazy. We have different taste buds, you know? So I respect that. Most people come across respectfully, but I know on YouTube in general, I don't take it personally, because any channel that I see that has an opinion on, I don't care if it's a movie, a cell phone, a computer, you get the idea. There will always be people in the comments that, like, get upset that you don't have opinions that align with theirs, but at the end of the day, it's just food. I started this channel because I love food. There really isn't much else to it. Food reviews have always been a thing. Sometimes I just want to eat and chill. Sometimes I just want to try different snacks. But for the most part, I like food. Whether that's chain pizza, a 5-star restaurant, doesn't matter. I just think that there's something to be appreciated in everything not named Subway. I couldn't resist, man. I used to love Subway. It breaks my heart. So I never want to have anyone feel like because they have a different opinion than mine that I'm, like, angry or weird about it. I know some people have passion. I love passion. We can talk about passion. That is absolutely fine. But now that the year is kind of coming to an end, by the time you see this, it very well is either going to be New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I'm recording a couple of episodes leading up to it because I don't know what I'm going to be doing, and I still want to make sure that I have content. You know, I know there's some people that like watching the videos. I know some people say I'm just talking too much and stuff, but I feel you. For people that want to listen, I still love y'all. But yeah, like it's the end of the year, so I'm kind of just like I get in that really like reflective thing when the year ends. I think this year was really cool. We did some new things. Next year is going to be a lot more traveling. It's a lot of you guys like. I know some of you don't. I apologize if you feel like I'm like changing, I guess some people may think, but this is something that was always a part of the plan. For people who have been around long enough, I've talked about working in an outward circle this entire time. It's taken me almost 3 years to get out of Bergen in Passaic County, New Jersey, which is nuts, and I still haven't even hit a lot of these places, but we still need to expand a little bit more. Me stepping out of the comfort zone and out of my studio where it's more comfortable to record, a little bit more car stuff. There's going to be some travel stuff where I'm like very possibly going to be in other states too. I've been talking to some creators. There might be some collabs and stuff like that, but it's people that I already rock with, you know what I'm saying? It's not like someone I'm trying to fabricate. But I want everybody to know that, like, no matter what I'm doing, I'm never gonna not be me. I've always been the same type of person. I know some people just see the changes and stuff and like maybe you think that whatever, like that I can't help that. I can't. Like, I feel personally like I've been the same person for the last like probably, obviously not like the things I do, but for a while now. I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I've been given to do this for a living, and the opportunities now that I get to travel and stuff. So it doesn't ever get lost on me that it wouldn't be possible without you guys. And again, it's like the end of the year, so this is like that sentimental BS that I like to do sometimes. Again, thank you guys so much, man. This is really, really crazy that, it's weird. It's something that I still don't know if I'm going to be ever completely used to. I've been a very private person by nature, like my entire life. I don't really like. I'm not an introvert, but I'm the type of person that like I'll be doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm never like that. I don't like being the center of attention. Is probably the best way to say it. So like just being even at Costco, I said this I think in the video, but I was recognized probably like 3 or 4 times, and it's really cool. But at the same time, it's like I'm trying to just be honest here. Like it's something that I have to get used to. It's not a bad thing. Like I really like meeting people, and everybody's been really cool, but I'm not used to that. Like I don't really know how else to say that. But so if you ever meet me and I'm kind of like, I don't want to say short. I'm definitely not gonna be short. Like I'll shake your hand, we can have a conversation, and everything. But like it's still crazy to me that like people see me around here and they're like you give a shit. Excuse me for cursing, but I don't have anything else. It's a weird thing to say, but I love y'all, man. This is really, really cool. I know who wants this pizza already, so I'm gonna go give him the pizza. Like I already know. So, thank you guys again so much. I wish everybody. I hope you had a great 2023, and I hope 2024 is even better. I'm sorry for talking so damn much, but that's what I do. This channel started with me running my mouth. It's never gonna stop running my mouth. But again, there's gonna be. I've been talking to some people in the background and stuff. There's gonna be a little bit more content outside of the channel too. I want to do some stuff in the second channel. People are interested in the movie stuff, and a lot of people like the football stuff and stuff like that. And it's hard for me to fit everything into this channel when it's about food. So I might make another channel where there's not going to be food involved. So the food will still be here. I still have the second channel, but I have to get my ducks in a row. I'm just talking out loud, where there will be more stuff like that, where I can just talk and do different stuff like that, because you know there's other stuff that I'm interested in, but I almost feel like it's not fair for me to start like just talking about football ad nauseum on a channel that's about food, and then half of the people are like, I don't even watch football, bro. And I feel that. So I try to listen and take consideration and constructive criticism as always, but that's gonna be the end of the video. I've been talking too damn much. But I love y'all, man. Florida State deserve better. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. I feel bad for them. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.